Can AI turn simple vectors into 3D models? Like this, or this, and even this. Turning 2D designs into 3D has always been one of the hardest parts of the process. It usually takes time, technical skills, and a lot of effort. But what if you could take any vector and turn it into a 3D model in just a few minutes? That's exactly what I tested. This is Hitem3D.
It's an AI tool that lets you turn images into fully usable 3D models. And right away, you can see the kind of results it can generate. From detailed characters to complex structures and assets, everything looks clean, high detail, and ready to use in real projects. What I like is that it's not just about generating models, it's about getting usable geometry that actually works in your workflow. Now, getting started is actually really simple. You can sign up in just a few seconds, either using your Google account, like I did, or by creating an account with your email and password. Once you're in, that's where things get interesting.
So this is the main workspace. Right in the center, you can explore different types of models created with the platform. From detailed characters to props and production-ready assets, you get a good idea of what's possible. You can also filter everything by categories, like 3D printing, fashion, game assets, and more, which makes it easier to explore specific use cases. On the left side, this is where the magic happens. You can simply drag and drop your image here or upload it manually.
There are also built-in examples you can try instantly just to see how the system works. And if you want better results, you can use multi-view images from different angles. You can choose between different model versions.
Version 2.1 is the latest version, giving results in just a couple of minutes.
While earlier versions focus more on stability or texture quality. There are also 2 generation modes. Fast mode is great for quick testing and ideas, and quality mode gives more refined results. And here, you can choose what you want to generate, just the geometry or geometry with textures included.
There's also a dedicated portrait mode. You can upload a photo and generate a 3D version of it. And just like before, using multiple angles will give you much better results. All the same controls are available here as well, so the workflow stays consistent. You can also generate or edit textures separately, depending on your needs. There are additional tools like 3D relief and segmentation for more advanced control. So overall, everything is built into one place, from image input to full 3D generation and editing, which makes the whole workflow much more accessible. Now, let's actually apply this to a real project. So first, we need a vector to turn into 3D. I'm going to keep things simple and create a basic character that anyone can follow. It's going to be a flat, stylized design, but with a slightly cartoon feel. Using simple shapes like circles and rectangles, you can build almost everything from scratch. I'm exaggerating the features a bit, bigger eyes, nose, and ears, just to give it more personality, keeping it simple but expressive, and adding a small detail like a hat, just to make the character feel more complete. Nothing too complex, just a clean, simple design. And now, let's see what happens when we turn this into 3D. All right, let's bring our vector into Hitem3D. The moment your image loads, you'll notice something interesting. In the top left corner of the image, you'll see an Edit Image option with the Nano Banana logo. Tapping on that opens up a set of AI-powered editing tools where you can type in any adjustment you want and apply it directly. Inside, you'll find tools like Nano Banana Pro, Nano Banana 2, Seedream, and GPT Image, all available for very few credits, letting you refine, modify, or add details to your image before ever generating a model. In the recommended section, you'll also find quick utilities like converting to grayscale, removing watermarks, and upscaling low-quality images. Just to show you what's possible, I actually used these tools earlier to prepare a coin asset, generating its 3D model, a grayscale version, and even multi-view perspectives from different angles, all from within the platform. And that's actually a key point. If you can prepare multiple views of your asset using Nano Banana or any other AI tool and upload them together, you'll get significantly better 3D results. Now back to our vector. Once your image is uploaded, you'll see 2 important options: remove background and image enhancement. For cleaner results, a simple background is always recommended, and if your image quality isn't great, Enabling image enhancement can make a real difference. Just keep in mind that turning these on may add a little extra processing time, and image enhancement in particular can sometimes introduce additional details that the AI generates on its own, which can be helpful for adding depth, but occasionally unpredictable. So it really depends on what you're going for. Now, let's
Select the latest version 2.1, keep it on fast mode, and generate both geometry and textures. It only takes a couple of minutes, so let's wait and see what we get. And here's the result. I can already move around the model and check it from different angles, and it actually holds up really well in 3D. Down here, you also have multiple export options like .glb, .obj, STL, and more, so you can easily bring this into your own workflow.
Download it as an OBJ and do some small tweaks inside Blender. And if you're into 3D printing, there are also direct options like sending it to Bamboo Studio or Orca Slicer, which makes things really convenient. You can also preview different passes like the white diffuse, final rendered result, as well as maps like albedo and normal. So overall, you're not just getting a model, but a complete ready-to-use asset.
Now, this was a pretty simple example, but just to show you what this tool is really capable of, let's take it a step further. Instead of using my own design, I'm going to pick one of the built-in examples, something a bit more complex. I'll select this model here, switch to version 2.1 again, but this time I'm using quality mode and generating both geometry and textures for maximum detail. This will take a bit longer to process, so let's jump straight to the result.
And here it is, a fully detailed, high-quality 3D character. You can see the level of detail in the shapes, the textures, and the overall structure. It's something that would normally take a lot of time to build manually. I can move around it, check it from different angles, and everything holds together really well. So this isn't just for simple designs. It can handle much more complex assets as well, which makes it really powerful depending on what you're trying to create. All right, let's try something a bit different this time. Instead of a character, I'm gonna create a simple building. Again, keeping everything clean and simple, just using basic shapes to build the structure. This is actually a great example because objects like buildings and structures tend to work really well for 3D generation. And once it's ready, let's bring it back into Hitem3D. Same process, upload the image, select your settings, and generate the model. And just like that, we get a clean, usable 3D model with solid geometry and details that actually hold up in different angles. This is exactly what makes tools like this so useful, especially for fast prototyping, 3D printing, or even game assets.
If you want to try it yourself, you can use my link in the description. New users get 100 credits for free, and the first 200 people who use my code Vectorial will get an extra 500 credits on top of that. Plus, there's currently 50% off the annual plan before May 7th, and new users also get 50% off the monthly plan. And worth mentioning, credit consumption is now about half the cost compared to before, so this is genuinely one of the best times to jump in and try the workflow. So now I'm curious, what would you turn into 3D? A character, a product, or maybe something completely different? Let me know, and I might try your ideas next.